So you might be having an issue with your PlayStation 4 controller where it's just randomly disconnecting. Now, what does this mean? Well, essentially, your PlayStation 4 controller just keeps disconnecting from your controller, from your PlayStation, from your PC. Now, the one reason why this may be happening most of the time is because your controller may not be charged up completely. So what I would recommend doing first is making sure your specific controller is charged up as full as it can be. Maybe even just leaving it plugged in, maybe overnight. That might be one of the easiest ways to fix this issue. In my opinion, anytime I ran into any controller randomly disconnecting, it's usually due to, most of the time because of a battery issue. So you may just want to make sure your battery is fully plugged in. Now, another thing you may want to try doing is making sure there's no other, devices around you that are also connected to this specific controller. So if you have things like an iPhone, an Android, a PC, whatever else you were using your PlayStation 4 controller on, you may just want to go ahead and make sure that your controller is completely connected to one device at a time. Sometimes if you're connected to an iPhone, Android, and like your PlayStation 4 at the same time, sometimes some wacky stuff happens. Your controller may just automatically switch to a different device. So what I would recommend doing is if it's commonly happening to your device, you may want to go ahead and disconnect it from other devices temporarily and go and just, use your specific controller there on your PlayStation 4, and that could end up fixing the situation as well. Now, another thing to keep in mind is if you're somebody who's been throwing your controller around or if you've been dropping it recently, and let's say you just now discover that it's randomly, just not being connected properly, well, most of the time this happens is because of a hardware defect. So there can be some internal components where, if you randomly threw it or if it dropped really hard or something like that, that may end up causing some issues on this controller as well. So you may just want to be on a lookout and make sure that didn't have an effect on this specific controller. On top of that, you may want to go ahead and just have a wired connection temporarily from your controller to that specific device, like if it's a PlayStation 4, connected via the back and the front of that controller. And you may want to go ahead and just use it like that for the time being and seeing if you can go ahead and update your device. So if you have a PlayStation 4, if you have an iPhone, whatever you're connected to, you may want to update those devices because sometimes the controller may be working fine, but it may be those other devices that are causing the issues. So that pretty much covers it up. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.